So for people out there with chronic and complex pain, if you look at your life as if it's a marathon. So you may have heard from other chronic pain specialists that you need to pace yourself. Now, I'm 10 years in and still have never learned how to pace myself. I have good days and bad days. What I have learned over the last 6 to 12 months is that life is like a marathon and you need to add in the odd interval training. I know I use sports metaphors, but if you look at it like you pace yourself throughout your day-to-day life, but on occasions you need to add pressure. You need to put yourself in positions that are going to put you under a little bit of pressure and stress, and so that you can learn and take whatever learning experience you can from it and grow. Now, chronic pain works with something called neurotags. Now, they may mean nothing to you, but basically what it is, it's when your body is either put under mental pressure or physical pressure, and it releases pain signals back to your brain. These tags are your pressure points, more or less, in other such terms. So you need to find out where your pressure points are in life, because these will be your triggers that trigger your pain. But you can't go around life and not have any sort of fun or put yourself under pressure, because there's always pressure and stress in life. You just need to figure out how to handle it. And I've reflected on that this weekend, competing at a competition, and I put myself under huge stress doing a level that I didn't think myself or my horse would be able to do. And we had a challenging week coming into it, and both of us were struggling physically and mentally, and I almost ran away. And that would be the fight or flight response that you may or may not have ever heard of. But I wanted to fly away and not do this test. I was intimidated by the other horses and riders around me, but I chose that this had been my training path to learn how much pressure I can physically and mentally put on myself and my horse without medication, without pain medication. And we went ahead with the test. Now, it wasn't perfect, and I wasn't fearful of failing, but I was a little bit concerned about what others would think. And the test, we didn't make any major mistakes, but it certainly wasn't up to standard. But the biggest thing I have done is take away a huge learning curve about myself and my horse's ability to be able to train at higher levels and maintain life. And that's what you need to be able to do. So remember, it's like a marathon with the odd interval training. And the interval training should be pressure that you put on yourself in small spurts, because if you put too much pressure on yourself for long periods of time, that will create more and more stress, which will create more and more inflammation, which will also put your immune system at risk, and that is when people start to get sick and develop more pain. I hope this helps. I know it's a little bit complicated. Please feel free to comment, contact me on the comments page. Please subscribe, help me out to help others who are suffering from chronic and complex pain.